Well, something they've really allowed me to do here in this offense is just be on the field all the time, being every down tight end. It's been my goal, just being able to be a physical blocker and also get out, make some plays in the pass game like I've been doing, and just being able to show my athleticism, being able to get open against linebackers and safeties, and show that I'm a viable threat down the field to catch the ball and make plays with the ball in my hand. And so it's something I want to continue doing too.
All right, next question from Sean Walker.
Hey, Carsen, I wanted to ask you a similar question about kind of your start to the season on the football field, but I need to start really quick. You've got an incredible mustache, and I need some tips. Can you give me just like a peek into your mustache care? Like, how do you take care of it? Do you condition it every day? Like, what kind of goes into the process of keeping that up?
I mean, I don't do much to it. It's not that big of a secret. I use conditioner when I shower sometimes, but I mean, I don't use beard oil, or I trim it every couple weeks, make sure it doesn't get too long. But yeah, I mean, there's no secret to it. I've just been blessed and to have a lucky, nice mustache. So
I'm impressed that you keep that thing as clean as you do without any beard oil. Seriously, as a member of the facial hair mafia myself, I'm seriously impressed by it. Your connection with Bear has been really good this year, especially for a quarterback who's only been on campus for a couple of months, first-time starter, all of that stuff. Just how did you kind of develop as much chemistry and synchronicity, I think, with him so quickly?
I mean, it's one thing I really focused on since Bear came here and just all through fall camp and through the season so far, just be consistent, just consistently get up when I can, doing my job, and just letting them know that I'm there. But the ball might not always come to me, or the defense might not always, make me a viable option in the play, but just consistently be there and doing my job so that Bear knows that if he needs me, I'm going to be there. And so just stuff like that, to not have Bear worry about where I'm going to be on each play, just be a reliable piece for him in the offense so he doesn't have to think as much.
Next question from Jake Hatch.
Yeah, Carsen, I don't know how much you pay attention to Pro Football Focus and their grades. They got you as one of the top-rated tight ends in the Western United States. Does that validate what you've done so far this season, in your opinion?
I mean, to me, I don't like to look at the outside stuff and the rankings. I worry about my game and what I do, and just focus on things that I can get better on. It's nice to see all the accolades and people ranking stuff online and the PFF grades. It's great to see that, but I mean, that doesn't matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, what matters is if I can play good football and if we can win games.
I also wanted to ask you, we saw you on a couple of play actions, some innovative play calling lick from Aaron Roderick. Can you just speak to how he's utilizing you in the passing game in particular?
No, I think A-Rod's got a great offense here. He does a great job of utilizing the weapons that he has for an offense. It changes year to year. With whatever team you're on, you're going to have different guys, and A-Rod does a really good job of taking advantage of everyone's skill sets and who does best at what. And so, like you said, a lot of the play action passes that we do, things that help Bear make easier reads and kind of limit his thinking on the offense, just let him throw the ball out there and show his athleticism, just stuff like that, and it helps us out a lot.
Next question from Brandon Gurney.
Yeah, Carsen, a hallmark of the offense, at least through the first 3 games, it seems like you guys get off to rough starts, but specifically Bear, but you guys improve quite a bit over the course of the game. What are the reasons for that specifically, maybe with Bear, maybe with the offensive play calling that you've seen?
I feel like it's just us getting into a groove. We've got a lot of new guys on this offense, and we got a new leader at quarterback, so it just kind of the slow starts aren't great for us to see. We want to come out rolling, just firing from the beginning, but, we had a couple opportunities in the first half, just barely coming short, and a couple deep throws that we just missed, or where Lake Parker's just out of bounds. Just stuff like that. We see that it's there and that it's hopefully going to be working as we get further into the season. Just Bear just continue to get his confidence. One thing I really noticed is as soon as he started making some of those throws and kind of get into a groove of things and become more confident himself, he started playing great, especially in that second half, end of the first going into the second half. He was making great throws and making the right reads and making decisions the whole game. And so as we continue to do that and he continues to just grow in confidence, I think he's going to be a great quarterback for us.
Next question from Jay Drew.
Yeah, Carsen, you've been at 3 different programs. How would the tight ends room at BYU compare to what it was at UCLA and Utah? And then just give us a scouting report on Kean and Noah and Ethan Erickson and kind of how they add to the depth of the tight end room.
I think we got a lot of good players in this tight end room. I've been around a lot of good tight ends in college. Not a lot of guys who are in the NFL right now are guys who will be in the NFL, in my opinion. So I've had a lot of opportunities to learn from a lot of great players and great coaches, and I think we got a lot of that here at BYU. We got a great coach, and we got great players like Keen. He's a really big dude, good blocker for us. I think he's going to continue to get better as the year goes on. And Noah, he's a good athlete, blocks in space really well. He can be a solid blocker at the inline for us. So I think the more as we get more guys in the offense and more guys more into that 12 and 13 personnel, hopefully we can see more of that coming up soon. Get more guys in like Ethan and Noah and Keen, just get more tight ends on the field. And that's what I love to see. So.
Next question from Mitch Harper.
Carsen, you experienced the Big 12 last year at Utah. What were some things you learned about this conference that may be different than the Pac-12 and what it takes to compete in this league?
No, I think the Big 12 is really competitive. Comparing to the Pac-12, I mean, it's you're playing high-level football. Everyone's going to be good players, and you got big guys on every team. A lot of physicality in this conference too, which is always fun to play against. And I think there's going to be a lot of fight for those two spots in the Big 12 championship. We got a lot of good teams, and we got a tough schedule ahead of us. So we just got to be ready to be physical and go out, and we got to start fast, like I said earlier, and go out and just be ready to hit people. So I think that's going to be the big thing for us going into the rest of these games, because we got a lot of defensive-heavy teams coming up, in my opinion, and so we just got to be ready to go against those.
Our last question will be from Kyle Ireland.
Carsen, you had 4 catches for 78 yards last year at Colorado. What do you remember about playing at Molson Field and what that experience was like?
Well, I played there a couple times in my college career, and last year and the first year I was there, it's always a loud crowd there. They get a lot of fans out there, and it's a fun stadium to go to. I think it's really cool area. I like their stadium a lot, and so I always have fun playing there, and so I'm excited to get out there again and hopefully put up another similar game like I did last year. And I think they're going to be a good, solid team, and Coach Prime always has good players coming in every year, so we're going to be ready for them and for what they got for us.